Let's talk a little bit about these jobs numbers. I mean, we saw a significant jobs increase in March. These April numbers don't just look stagnant. They've actually fallen significantly and are well below what experts were predicting we were going to see this morning. What do you make of that?
Well, first of all, it just shows that economists are not very good at forecasting. It's very difficult to forecast the jobs numbers because they are the first flash of data that we are getting from April, usually the first flash of data. So economists aren't very good at forecasting. And 288,000 jobs, I mean, that's still a lot of jobs, but it's a lot fewer than we were expecting. It shows a slowdown in job creation. And also, Sophie, of those 288 jobs created, 218 were private sector jobs. So there were a lot more government jobs created, and the private sector jobs were even fewer than expected.
So what do you make of that trend? I mean, especially as we see vaccination numbers go up, people beginning to return in some part to a semblance of what life before the pandemic looked like. Why have we seen this drop off, do you think? I suppose the question is, do these jobs numbers equal a slowdown for an economy that seems like it should be rebounding at this moment?
We also saw a slight slowdown in the Institute's supply manufacturers numbers. But Sophie, one reason for the slowdown is what we're calling supply constraints. There are employers who can't find some workers. So if you can't bring on some workers, then you can't find other ones. There was a big slowdown in motor vehicle employment. That's because of semiconductors. They cannot get the chips that they need to put them in the cars, so they can't employ people to make the cars. But I think this overall shows that we should not be looking at a major tax increase the way the Biden administration is proposing. An increase in capital gains tax rates, an increase in corporate tax rates, the highest historical tax rate increase in history, if this went through, would definitely slow investment, reduce job creation in the United States, and have more jobs created offshore.